I'm not one of these. Well, I am a nerd, I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm not one of these nerds that sort of says, oh, I just follow the evidence and go where it tells me to go. You often hear this sort of rhetoric online, especially. Perhaps the person most guilty of that sin was the popular Carl Sagan, and I say that as a fan of Carl Sagan. The reality is I don't buy it, and I believe that to be an inhuman impulse, that we have our biases, and I have my biases. My bias, first and foremost, at least politically speaking, we're dealing with the human realm, is humanity. Now, why do I bring up that bias? Because the reality is I'm not interested in conversations that say that the fentanyl epidemic among whites in Appalachia is somehow to blame on the culture of these white people living in Appalachia. They are responsible solely and fully for their predicament. Similarly, using immigrant groups such as Somalians as a scapegoat, which Donald Trump was doing at the moment, is despicable. Now, people often talk about, well, why should they come here and all of this sort of stuff. Number one, I thought America was the land of opportunity. I thought it was a place where anyone of any culture could come, carve out some land, and make wealth. The American dream is an immigrant's dream when you think about it. And so that in itself shows an inconsistent narrative that really only certain people can come to America and make intergenerational wealth. Well, that's one thing. And the other thing is that it's very easy for the Trump administration to demonize Somalians because it's an easy scapegoat to make up for their own failings. How is that wall going? And has Mexico paid for it yet? I remember Trump saying, we are going to build that wall and we're going to make Mexico pay for it. It was almost a decade ago. The other thing that people need to take into account is that America supports the European presence in the Gulf of Aden. Think about it. Somali pirates. People don't sort of think about this, but it's their waters. Just think about that for a second. Other people are coming in and drilling for oil, European companies, in their waters. And if you're an American watching, it is you who pays for that. With your military presence that is there. So you pay so European companies can enrich themselves off of someone else's natural resource. Small wonder that we see piracy in that part of the world. The Somali pirate views it as his. This is my oil. I'm just taking it back.